Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 31st. It's the end of the month, and I had to come on and do a video because I just had something happen. And I've been bugging or kind of teasing my assistant, Rochelle, because I've been kind of not threatening, but um, talking to her about doing a blog or doing a video blog or bringing up topics on my podcast when it comes to situations that we deal with when it comes to the banks. And I just had another situation happen this morning. And I'm so upset about it for the client. And it's almost laughable. And I shouldn't do this, but I can't resist. And I have to say, every single day in my business, I run into a situation where a client has some money at the bank, and the bank will do anything they can to either avoid transferring it, um, not tell the client up front what the fees are going to be to transfer it, delay that transfer for reasons unknown to me as the other advisor. Clients will sign a legal transfer document that is issued by all the companies, and on a client's signature, a financial institution should move that money. It's the client's money. And every single day, I run into another situation with the banks, and I want to tell you what happened this morning. So, similar situation, a client is moving funds to me from the bank, which the bank actually initiated. For whatever reason, the bank wanted this client to move these accounts to me here. And I get a call from that client late yesterday, and I returned the call this morning. And the client says to me, "So, the bank charged me $50 for each of those accounts to be moved. And it is true that the banks charge transfer fees to move money out of their accounts. If you move money out of the bank, they will charge a fee to move those accounts." And I tell clients that every time that we move money away from the bank, I tell them they're going to charge you a fee. Are you okay with that fee? Because they're going to charge you to move it to me. And usually the client is okay with it. Sure, they're not happy about it, right? But for whatever reason, maybe they're at the point where they want to move their money to me, and so they're okay with it. But the key to this is that in my business, as the small financial advisor, the small business owner, and regulated under the rules that I'm regulated under, I am supposed to tell my clients about all fees that I charge, and I don't charge fees in a lot of instances because I don't believe in them. I sell mutual funds, and I do get paid a commission, and the companies that I deal with pay me a trailer fee to do that business for you. And when I sell you a mutual fund, or you buy a mutual fund from me, or a segregated fund, I go through all those fee disclosure documents because I have to. I'm regulated to talk to you about the fees. But what I find is interesting is that the banks don't seem to do that. Because with this client, she said to me, they did not tell me that they were going to charge a fee to move those accounts. Otherwise, I would have left them there, which is fine. It's the client's prerogative. Transfer fees, especially when a client is doing something like GICs, where the GIC interest rates are so low, the transfer fees can be quite a bit of money. It's quite a bit of interest taken away from their investment. So I went to the bank person who moved these accounts for the client and said, because I do recall having a conversation with her that she was going to cover those fees for the client. I swear that I had that conversation. Anyways, she said to me in her email, she said, "Those are our transfer fees that we charge when clients move out registered accounts. And it's usually the other financial institution that pays those fees for the client." Well, I call BS. I'm sorry, but it is not my responsibility to pay for clients' transfer fees that the bank charges the client to move money out. And they do that with every client. They will say that if you move your money out, the other financial institution will pay those fees because it's an excuse on the bank's part to continue to charge those fees to the clients. They want us, as the small and I'm going to say small. I'm not a huge financial advisor. I do very well for myself, but why should I pay a fee for the client that the bank is charging them to transfer the funds out? They should eat those fees, in my opinion. The banks make billions and billions of dollars every quarter. They make millions of dollars off of you, me, as clients of the bank, and I don't believe that I should be paying those transfer fees. So I'm giving you another example of something that's happened this morning. Banks continue to provide excuses to me as the advisor to the client. The client insists that the bank didn't tell them about the fees. Otherwise, my client would have left those accounts there because she believes that the fees are too expensive. And I don't think it's fair. I think the banks play on a different level, different field than we do as financial advisors, and it needs to stop. And I'm going to start calling them out on everything that they're doing because it's unfair to us as financial advisors out here who are trying to do the best we can for the clients. And I know the banks are doing the same thing in their instances, but there are a lot of examples that I've seen over the years where I just don't think that the banks believe that your money is worth it for them or that you're worth it to them as a client. It's just another number on their books. And I want you to know that if you're my client, I care about what your money is doing. I care about how you feel about where your money is invested, and I'm not charging you fees to move stuff around. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I've ran into an example, and stay tuned because I'm going to start a series on this, because every single day I run into another example about the banks and what they are charging clients for fees or what they're doing, and not telling the clients about. So that's my story for this Wednesday. And if you want some information or a second opinion on your investments at the banks, please call me because I can actually hold a lot of those mutual funds that the clients are holding, that you're holding at the bank with me without changing anything. So if you can't get through to an advisor at the bank and you continue to get a call bank with people on the other line that you don't know who they are, you don't know if they're in your bank or if they're your banker, I can help you. So give us a call and we will be happy to give you a second opinion on your accounts and tell you exactly what they're charging you for fees and what they will charge you for fees to transfer it out. The banks are not doing that. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for allowing me a little time to vent this morning, and we'll chat with you soon. Bye for now.